Okay, take two. It's always better the second time. That's why everybody loves sequels. When I was streaming on Twitch, it was a lot easier to figure out my stream settings rather than on YouTube, which I just tried to do a private stream for myself to watch, and I just could not figure out how to do it. So we're just going to have to operate under the assumption that everything is fine right now. That's usually what you gotta do in your day-to-day life anyhow. I don't really think I have properly streamed since I was in high school. And when I was in high school, what I did when I streamed was play Binding of Isaac and talk nonsense for hours, while I can only assume I've deleted these recordings. The worst possible recording setup, which was my PC desk in the family, like, open living room / kitchen area. So, have we learned anything useful since we last met? God, I hope so. I hope so. I still can't open up the stream on YouTube for me to check chat easily. With Twitch, you can get, you can basically look on your phone and see active, chatters, but I'm having more trouble with YouTube, which is awesome. Anyhow, I'll introduce you to this little project that I'm doing, and I'll introduce this again and again, I guess, as people come in. But this is something that has just been in my backlogs for months now, which is where works in progress. That's a normal gestation period for anything I do. But this is a little rough animation I'm making based off of the song Woof Woof by Arthur. And it's about a little insecure chihuahua with clinginess issues, and I'm just doing basically the first verse, which is, let's see, a little less than a minute. A little more, probably 30 seconds, but it feels like forever because it's being animated, sort of. I'll go ahead and play it once through. I don't know how well the audio is going to come through, but let's see. I'm also just trying to show it off through Clip Studio rather than showing a pre-rendered thing is probably not the best, but let's see.
Am I pretty? Do I deserve to be? Would you tell me if I was worthy? Now that you're home, I don't have to be alone. I know it's selfish, but I already know. So self-aware, I intend to die this way. There is nothing that anyone can change.
Alright, that's enough of that. I don't know how to change the audio settings through Clip Studio because I just need it for animating purposes, and then I recut it in DaVinci. Let's check back in with my YouTube to see. Oh, I see it now. Let's go. Let's go. We stay winning. So the parts that I need to animate is all of it, basically. We have some big gaps. This is one of the main things I need to show. This, I'm calling him or them or this Chihuahua person El Wee Wee. because their face just looks like wee wee. And then I need to reanimate this because this looks a little bit funky. Oh, wee wee. This looks funky. I have embarrassingly very ugly animatics. Actually, not to stall or anything, even though I love stalling. But I actually want to see, because for my like BFA, my graduating like animated film that I made, I still have all of those. I animated it mostly through Clip Studio, so I'm curious if I can find any of that rough animation to show how ugly it might be. Let's see. Is there anything here? It's the other thing I don't do. I don't label things. Is this whole thing? Well, this isn't the best example, but rough animations are for me. They're for me and my eyes only, except for when I am streaming, apparently. We might take a break some part of the way through. Oh, actually, we can look at this to see kind of how ugly things start. Like super rough. On YouTube, there's a thing, especially since like 2016, where, you know, folks make animatics, and I've done them too, where it's an animatic, quote unquote, but it's really just like a picture video, where the pictures are pretty polished, rather than something ugly like this, where the point is really just a practical purpose for me to understand where things are supposed to be at any given time. Okay. Let's do this scene. So we've got Elwiwi and their partner who just came in, and Elwiwi is so excited and getting affection. They've been waiting at the door all day for their person to show up and get some pets. If I was really smart about this, and I really cared, Elwiwi is so excited. I would do more basic shapes. I didn't do a turnaround for Elwiwi. That would give them a bit of consistency in how they move around. Because I have learned, since I am now a person who lives in the world and has to have a real job and limited number of hours in the day, that either I make a thing and it's imperfect, or I don't make the thing. But I do think Elwiwi's head needs to be smaller. Yeah, I think every friend group does have an Elwiwi. I'm very much, I think I'm not an Elwiwi personally. I'm not a very super affectionate person, but I've had people in my life that I love so much that are Elwiwis and need that assurance and need that validation. And I think even I have my times where I'm LWE, where I need the people that I love to kind of show it to me, even if I know it. Sometimes you just need to be shown it, and sometimes that's a little bit much. I think LWE, we're leaving it up to interpretation whether LWE is too needy or if their partner is just withholding. The whole world is such a complicated and crazy place. It's good. This hand is messed up. See, this is the part that I get to that I don't like. I love, my favorite process is taking the pre-done like A to B frames and doing in-betweens, making it work. But sometimes making those A to B frames when you don't know exactly where things need to be, because this person has to go from here to here, walking away. What's up? It's Alex. It's not D&D Defines 3. I got two of my favorites in here. I got my biggest fans in here. I'm so excited. It's so crazy having, I don't have like a huge fan base or anything like that, and I think if I did, I would run off into the woods and never be seen again. But I recognize all of the people that come back. It's like seeing an old friend. And not to be parasocial about it from my end, but there is something very sweet because I'm not a super duper online person. And biggest hater. My biggest haters. Gosh, I can't. How does anybody do anything while talking? This is insane. But yeah, it's just kind of fun. It's like seeing somebody going to a club and like, like a I don't know, going to art club, going to video club, and seeing all the people that you recognize and have been there for years. And they're always really nice. It's really, really sweet. Okay, LWE. What I should have done if I was in any way wise or forward thinking is have done more of these roughs out so that you guys would not have to see the ugly process of me having to do rough keyframes, which are the ugliest, most embarrassing part of the process, I think. We'll just get real rough with it. LWE's leaning in for the pet. Their partner's giving them the pet. Partner probably needs to be a little bit smaller. It's fun to be the fan of somebody who's barely online. I appreciate that. I think I don't know. That's something I've kind of, since I've graduated and I'm having to kind of live in the world as a truly starving artist. The amount of weight that I've lost since graduating because food is expensive. It requires a lot of you have to be online integrated, and you need to have a brand, and you need to have an Instagram and a Facebook and yada yada. And an unfortunate quality that I have is that none of that matters to me, like, even a little bit. I know that social media kind of has that thing where it's like, oh, number go up, make me feel good. I like when people pay attention to my stuff, but I literally I kind of get nothing out of it. I get more out of it when I post, like, my videos and I see people comment, and that makes me feel good. But there's kind of no part of me that thinks, oh, I need to chase that high again. It's like, oh, that felt really good. I'm glad that felt good. And now I don't really have, like, that crazy addictive drive to pursue it immediately again. Let's see. Is this working? Okay. I think there's like a part of your brain that has to be activated for social media to really, I don't know, I guess it's your like dopamine response or whatever. And I would imagine, because I have ADHD, that should matter a lot more to me. But I think I get so easily distracted that I sort of miss out on it. I miss out on that rush. This whole person might have to change. We're gonna Control X. And we're gonna put a frame here because I need to just look at this onion frame. If I could live in the woods and nobody would know my name and just make art and somehow manifest currency that way, that's how I would live. But I feel like I'm kind of at a perfect place right now where I have like 12 consistent people who come around, and I know all of them and they mean so much to me. This whole person will have to change me when I have to start over my latest homunculus. When the homunculus isn't working, back to the drawing board. I gotta take that shit apart, man. Oh, actually, wait, I don't know if I'm gonna, I'll do a special treat just for you two, since Alex is in here. I want to show you guys this this video that I started making before I went to college, and I didn't end up finishing it, so it only had temp audio that I like recorded in one sitting. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing in so many ways. But the premise, I guess, was that, can I do let me figure out in OBS real quick to do a screen share, a full window capture. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all right, let's see. Ignore all this. There's a lot of stuff that I unlist and just don't post because they're not very good. But I wanted to show you guys, let's see. It's called Cold Garbage, I believe. Is this it? So the premise of this is that no, here it is. Is this it? It's one of these. It's one of these. It's probably maybe this one or this one. But the premise is that I'm in my castle withholding D&D Vines 3, which if you don't know is just something that has been posted on every single video that I make. Where is D&D Vines 3? And oh, you missed the song? I might unlist it. I'm embarrassed of it. We'll come back to that. I just want to get this over with because I don't want to think about it anymore. I need you guys to know that I recorded this in my car as temp audio. So it is literally just placeholder so that I know what I'm drawing over, and I didn't finish a lot of the frames. And it's a lot of it is just notes, but I'm in my castle withholding D&D Vines 3, and our hero comes to my castle and demands what the people want. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Great. Okay. I'm gonna show this. I hope the audio, the desktop audio isn't too crazy. So we're just about to find out.
Look, Crunchy, look. It is Hatsune Miku, and she is my girlfriend. Your Highness! Sire, he's back. Bartholomew! What is this? I tried to stop him, but he... I will call the guard. Wait but a moment, Bath, my sweet, sweaty mochi. I want to hear what he has to say. So, Alex, spawn of JK, you managed to force your way through my doors and fall at my steps? To what end? I think you know the reasons. They were nailed to your door. Oh, these? In all candor, I hadn't a clue they were from you. They have my name on it. I waste not my time with the prose of martyrs. Where is D&D Vines 3? Technically, I already uploaded 3 of them, so I think you would be looking for a 4th. I'm
shit,
tired
I just
of these
noticed
games.
that it's
I
cut
want more
off. Half
Vine
of it is cut off. Wait, 1 second. Let me fix the window real quick. I'm not starting it over though, because I'll hurt myself. It's gonna hurt me to have to interact with this any longer than I need to, but I owe it to you guys. Okay, there.
Congratulations. Then you can find them where I sent the rest. To the ash. YouTube has denied me any coin due to the stain on my kingdom. You would be nothing without those compilations. I reject the idea that I'm anything now. Search the rest of the internet. You will find your D&D Vines elsewhere. But I subscribed to you because you were the funniest. You really think so? Yeah? When I'm done being your 6-second jester, I have high art to create. This is high art? I have a starving possum to feed. Well, you could just feed it trash, which is what most possums eat. Then what am I going to eat? Just give me what I want, and I will be satisfied. And what if I refuse? Ta-da! Set up an expectation reversal. That's a free little comedy lesson from me to you. It's too cliche to be expectation reversal, and if you knew anything about comedy, you would have abandoned this video a month ago. I didn't realize no one would think it is funny until I was in too deep. Sire, don't smoke. It's bad for you. He is right, you know. It's fun dip. Any last words? Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to visit my Patreon link in the description. Have it your way then, your majesty. Make final peace with... What? Can I bum a light? Yeah, just be sure to give it back. Right. Oh, hey! I'm a skeleton. And I'm naked. Yay, naked!
Oh my god, and the line at the end, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. We're... Anyways, so... Skeletorg, I have to tell you that was good. I appreciate it. Yeah, Alex says, the lore, I can't believe I'm the man behind the slaughter. Well, you know what? Slaughter is just one more letter added to laughter. Think about it. You guys should fight it out in the chat. Who is my biggest hater and who is my biggest fan? But I was shielded because I have my earphones plugged in, but I don't have them in my ears. So I did not have to hear my voice from 6 years ago now, I believe. Not that it's changed too much. And I don't know what the voice I was doing. Half of the jokes are... It is what it is, man. Okay. I'll do this. I'm gonna do a little messy little pop-up. Show you guys like a little animating fudging tip that I do like all the time, which is the no in-betweens, just anticipation and follow through frame. It's a squashing up. I can't wait to tell all my friends about this stream. I appreciate that. I don't know how good of a streamer I actually am, because this takes a level of focus that is so hard to do. And what you're witnessing is my actual working process, which is do approximately 5 minutes of what I'm supposed to, and then be like, oh my god, I just remembered this one thing, and then move on to doing that thing, which is why nothing ever gets done. That and the fact I have to make money doing things that pay me, which requires my time. Let's see. I also have the best of luck in just not anticipating when people are going to be showing up or when my work is going to be witnessed, which is always when the work process looks worst. Let's see. I can tell you guys the one of the real reasons I decided to start streaming, and this is absolutely 100% true, is that since I'm working largely from home now, I'm working largely by myself. And again, I am very easily distracted. It is just me alone in my house with the demon that wants to distract me, known as all 80 of my HDs. And as opposed to, like, if I was in a cubicle situation, I really do just kind of meander a bit. I dilly-dally for sure. And not to ADHD screens. I wish I was efficient. You must be so efficient. I wish I was efficient. But I don't know if you guys are familiar at all with the Panopticon. It was this like a imaginary architectural design for prisons, like thought up by this guy named Jeremy Bentham. And the idea is that you have like all the prison guards in here, and then there's on the outside all of the individual prisons, and at any time the prisoners know that the guards can look out and see them. The guard can't see everyone at one time, but the prisoner doesn't know when they're being seen. Oh yeah, the Squiggles invented the Panopticon, and the prisoners are going to be on their best behavior because at all times they've been watched. Yeah, I watched Tom Scott too. I didn't know that Tom Scott did a video on that. That's awesome. And then there was this philosopher, Foucault, who was this French guy, and basically used the Panopticon as an allegory for the security state. And I love Foucault. I've read what is it? Not fucking Crime and Punishment. Sorry, I said the F word. But basically he wrote a lot of philosophy on like social control and whatnot, and his ass would hate the fact that I think I would work better in a Panopticon situation. I work better when I think at all times I could be watched. That's the absolute truth. That's also way not really at all what Foucault was referring to with the Panopticon. It was more allegorical to the idea of like social adherence and whatchamadoodly social constructs. But the Panopticon is designed that way so the prisoners like self-regulate. I love self-regulating. I love self-regulating so much that I need other people. I need surveillance so that I do it. Okay, this looks better. You see this? I've barely animated it, and you get like a bounce. Let's see. Let's fudge in the numbers. Anyways, I feel like if the absolute shame I would feel for not working when people are watching me is going to be the motivator to get me to get this project finished. There's an Amazon office built like in the old Panopticon fashion. I believe it. I believe that, absolutely. Bounce. Okay, let's... Okay, we're gonna call that good enough for now. And we're gonna ignore this frame that I really don't want to work on right now, because it's giving me trouble. Alright, here are our choices. We could... Okay. I might have no choice. That might be the only thing that I still need to rough. Big Bezos is watching. Well, if he wants to give me some money, I was gonna say I might be able to forgive him for his crimes, but I don't think that's not in my jurisdiction. That's more of like an eternal soul situation. What do I want to do? Do I want to clean this up? I think I just have to suck it up and try to draw this frame. Oh, the best fun about being an animator is just doing this over and over again and being like, wow, I did so much work. What else have I been doing lately? Since I've been focusing a lot on I got, let's see, I spent like $300 on one of those Cricut machines, so I've been making lots and lots of stickers because that's been exciting to me lately, and putting them up on Etsy. I've been printing t-shirts. Really my main thing right now is trying to get my Etsy to make money, but what I really need to do if I want Etsy to make money is start marketing towards middle-aged mothers, because that is the demographic of people who both have money and are on Etsy. Sometimes. So I need to start making corny stuff because the quirky artsy kids do not have money. You'd never believe this, but they do not have any money in this economy. Why did I do it this way? Okay, what I'm gonna have to do is gonna have to take this frame and copy over where the body is to get a reference point. Start selling Live, Laugh, Love stickers. There was a song I wrote, and it's one of the ones I want to record sooner. I wish I had recorded it when I had made it, but that was during quarantine, and I was pretty much just in my car at all times. Like, I had shelter, I had a place to live, but I had like aluminum foil on my windows, and I would sit in my car, and that's just where I hung out during quarantine. Which is not the worst recording space in the world, but when it is like you live in a state that like summertime averages a good 100 degrees humid in the summertime, it wasn't necessarily the most comfortable. What was I even talking? Oh, yeah, that was, I wrote a song about, it was called Live, Laugh, Love, and it was from the perspective of this like mom with empty nest syndrome, who's, you know, talks in all the cliches. Live, laugh, love, this house is a home. I'd rather spend my nights with wine than spend them all alone. But it's kind of sad because she's all by herself, and everybody, you know, nobody takes her seriously because she's corny. I am not in Texas, but I would not want to be in Texas either. I'm in the general southern area. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm drawing anymore. I promise you don't need to remember where I live. I'm not gonna be offended if you don't remember where I live. White woman Instagram coded. I don't know, I feel maybe it's just because I have a corny mom and I have a pretty good relationship with my mom, and she's corny like that. Not really a live, laugh, love mom, but, you know, a wall full of crosses, stuff like that. She's just today sent this corny screenshot from some mom Instagram post that was like, 4 things my kids need to know. Nothing will shock me. I will always love them no matter what. You guys give me breath. Blah 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 blah. Torg, can you check something on Google Maps real quick? Can you just dox yourself real quick? XOXO. Yeah, come find me in my in the middle of the woods. I'm not paying attention to what I'm drawing. I'm literally just tracing. Jesus Christ. I cannot talk and do anything at the same time. Anyways, but when I left for college, and then my sibling left for college, she was sending all sorts of messages all the time, and I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. That is very sad to go from having like 2 people living in your house to no people living in your house all of a sudden. I know, like, bold of you to assume I'm not already in your walls. Whoever wins gets to fist fight you in a parking lot. I wrote a story one time in a creative writing class about, I think the assignment was you had to rewrite, it was basically like you have to do fan fiction. And I'd never done anything derivative before. That's not true. That makes it sound rude. I have a lot of respect for fan fiction, but I mean, I guess the assignment was basically like take an existing work and change it, and what do those changes reflect? And so I wrote a story about going to McDonald's and getting into a fight in the parking lot with Odysseus. And it is, to this day, one of my favorite things I've ever written. And the premise, I guess, was that I in high school or in college, neither of which, I've never read the Odyssey. I've never read the Iliad. I've, read bits and pieces for singular assignments, but it was not something we were ever assigned in any class that I ever took. And so I managed to get away in my whole scholarly career without reading much of the Odyssey. But you get away with so much because it's so culturally pervasive. You just pick up so much through cultural osmosis. And so the premise was that I was taking Odysseus to McDonald's, and what was it? It was just so awkward in the car that I was trying to strike up a conversation with him, and I was bringing up stuff that I knew about him. And he was like, oh, you're familiar with my story? And I lie and I go like, oh yeah, totally. I know it. And he eventually like picks up on the fact of like, okay, you're mentioning a golden chariot. There was never a golden chariot in my story, or, this or that or the other. I do the same thing. I guess in this fiction, I'm like hanging out with a lot of classical like male heroes, and so I had hung out with Beowulf, and Beowulf's friends weren't letting me hang out with them, and so I left, and I'd never read Beowulf either, so I'm retelling the story to Odysseus, and that's how he figures out that I'm not I'm just lying my ass off. And then, like, whatever, we're in the McDonald's parking lot, and I just step out of the car because I'm like, I just need some air because it's so fucking awkward. And inside are a bunch of teenagers that are all fighting, or no, they're laughing with each other. And I tell Odysseus this like story about how I used to hang out with King Arthur at the Knights of the Round Table, but they didn't really let me. They like treated me differently. And he was like, well, you know what, that makes sense why you would be treated differently. You're not one of them. And I get pissed off, and so I challenge Odysseus, the king of Ithaca, to a fight in the parking lot, and I punch him, and he knocks me to the ground, and he goes to, like, he's the king of Ithaca, and I'm 5'1", and so he pretty easily just knocks me to the ground. And so then he's like, all right, well, this is over, and he extends his hand to me to let me up, and I just start biting him because I have literally no honor. And and then he gets genuinely mad because I'm biting him, and then he tosses me to the ground pretty swiftly, and is like putting his knee on my stomach, and eventually I'm like, damn, like, he's actually gonna kill me. And so I give up, but I tell him, like, this doesn't work, this isn't cool. I don't like this arrangement where in order for you to know me, you have to respect me first. It should be the other way around. You should respect me and then know me, but you're treating me like a child, and I don't like it. And he's like, okay. And then in the parking lot, the teenagers come outside, and it turns out it's Athena, Ares, and Aphrodite, and they're taking a World Star like style video of us fighting in the parking lot. And eventually I just drive Odysseus back to Ithaca and make him Venmo me back for gas and food. My friend Torg just talking about their friend Odysseus. The blood moon. I feel like I opened the stream both at the right and wrong moment at the same time. Oh, and the blood moon. This is my good friend. We graduated together. They are a super talented animator. If you did not already know, because we did the Will Wood Second Sightseer video together, and they're one of the most talented and incredible people I know. So shout out to them. You're treating me like a child, and I don't like that. Torg, 5 minutes earlier, I started biting his hand. True. Listen, I portray myself with a bit of nuance. I was acting a little bit immature, but if you had read the story, you'd know that it was very nuanced. I guess it was just kind of a reflection of the, I don't know, the sort of thing where people are talking over you and talking at you like you don't really belong there, like you're not strong enough or good enough, and so you're just doing anything to feel like included, and which is a little bit, it's definitely like kind of immature. It's immature to I not to say like I wrote myself out of character, but I'm definitely not writing myself like I act. But I guess, you know, just doing anything to fit in, and then having people just automatically put up these walls, like you have to be this cool or you have to be this strong in order for us to have like any interest in getting to know you. Anyways, analyzing my own fan fiction about the Odyssey, a story that I have never read. I don't know. I believe you'd try to. That's true to life. I would bite the King of Ithaca. I was a serial biter. Especially as a child. Biting was like my go-to. I was a biter. And let's see. Let's put this back. Do a frame of this guy's starting to walk away. I was a serial biter. I once... No, I don't know if I want to share that. Whatever. I originally titled this stream Animating and Drawing and Confessing to Sin, so this is me confessing to sins. When my younger sibling was born, and I guess pretty young, like a toddler or something, I was upset that there was another baby in the house, and I tried to hit him with a belt, which I do not think I was successful at. My brother and I have a very, very good relationship. I need to and he has no brain damage that was caused by me. So, but I did bite him a lot. He bit me a lot. We used to just get into recreational fistfights, and one time my parents were out and we had this game we called Sumo, which was fist fighting, except the one barrier that we had was we put pillows in our shirts, and that made it okay. So we were doing that, jumping around on our parents' mattress, and he punches me in the face, and I bite off a piece of my tongue. And I just remember it started bleeding, like it didn't come off fully, and so I had to run over to the sink and like bite it the rest of the way off, and it was only the very tip. And I remember distinctly I was about 10 years old, and I did not cry. But I had to bite the rest of it off, and then my parents came back, and I covered for him by saying I bit a carrot wrong. And it actually grew back pretty quick. I don't think I went to the doctor about it or anything. So I don't really go to the doctor about anything ever. I did recently I went to a doctor for the first time in 4 years, just a few weeks ago, because I have chronic headaches. And I was finally like, okay, well, I guess that's something that a doctor can do something about, maybe. And then my doctor just told me, yeah, it's migraines. Here's migraine medicine. And I was like, migraine medicine doesn't work. I've already tried that. I think maybe it's this other thing. And she's like, no. And I'll see you in 2 months. So I don't want to say like I have like a low pain tolerance. You guys are saying like I'm metal. That's wild. It really was not. It was, I don't know, probably like if you were if you've ever bit your tongue, and I don't know, it couldn't have been like longer than a centimeter deep. It was not too much tongue, and it healed back. Like the human mouth is, I think, the fastest regenerating part of the human body in terms of healing. And I think maybe the tongue is one of the few organs that can just regenerate its new tissue, that and the liver, as opposed to just needing to heal over. Like, it just made new tongue for me. It was awesome. And I didn't really feel like I suffered any consequences. It hurt, but it hurt about the same much as when you bite your tongue. Like, if you ever bit your tongue, it hurt like that. The only difference was that it stayed hurting until it grew. So it wasn't like an insane amount of pain. It wasn't any more pain than normally biting your tongue, I don't think. It's been a long time, but I mean, if I was 10 years old and I didn't cry, I guess it had to be okay. I don't cry easily for pain. But I don't know. Maybe I was just a really metal kid. That'd be awesome if that was the truth. I'm having like lizard powers, but only in the tongue. I think that really is kind of how it is. Just everything in the mouth has a really good way of healing. I guess it has to, because if your mouth messes up, you're kind of, as an animal, it's Jover for you. Hey Torg, do you watch Critical Role? I actually have not kept up with the Hell's Bells, or I think I kind of fell off in the middle of the Mighty Nine, and I didn't watch much at all of the first season. But I'm pretty familiar with all of that, and Matt Mercer's work, and they just came out with Daggerheart, which my friends and I all tried out, and we had a good time with it when the beta like first came out. So in terms of tabletop, because I guess, you know, obviously a lot of my audience is into, you watch the animated show. I've actually not seen, I think I saw the first episode of the animated show, and then I didn't keep up with it for whatever reason. But I remember the first episode like looking really, really cool. I think it's cool. It's obviously cool because they're already voice actors, so they just voice act their own characters, and it's awesome. I mean, it's just kind of the perfect fit, isn't it? I'll have to get into it. One in a long list of things that I'm behind on in terms of television. They just came out with the Fallout show, and I'm a huge Fallout fan. And I watched the first episode and a half, and I haven't watched more than that. And my friends were all telling me to watch it because they know I'm a huge fan. And I still can't tell if I just have like fanboy goggles on that prevent me from being totally positive about anything that I have any attachment to, because I did think it was good. I did think it was good. I thought specifically it was not bad. I just bought the first 3 Fallout games, 1, 2, and 3. I know a lot about them because I read up all of the lore, but there was a period where I think it wasn't available on Steam when I wanted to buy the first 2. And and now they have it on sale. You can buy Fallout's 1 and 2 and Tactics for like $5. Anywho, I started watching the show, and it was not bad, and I was very excited that it was not bad. The only part that got me, and this will get into something very odd and specific about me, is that I didn't like that the first ghoul character, the cowboy, the ghoul, was so smooth looking. The whole thing is that they're supposed to be, like, they call people smooth skin. He should not be smooth skin. I love the ghouls. I love the ghouls so much. And there's a character in New Vegas named Beatrix Russell, where you do this quest. She like protects, she's in Freeside and kind of is a mercenary that protects a lot of the medics and whatever. But there's this quest you can do for this random ass scumbag where he's basically a pimp, and he needs people who have very specific wants, and so you have to go track down people that match that description. And she is not in any way, you go to talk to her and you're kind of shy about it because somebody specifically has a specific thing for a ghoul cowgirl, and you know immediately who that might be because you come across her and you're like, oh yeah, obviously. And she's not at all like a sex worker, and so you go to talk to her and you're like, ma'am, I have a weird question for you. But she's so weirdly cool about it. She's like, yeah, whatever makes money, I don't care, that sounds great. And she's so weirdly cool about it. It's awesome. And if you if you do spend the night with her, if you spend a night with her, then the next morning, you know, it fades to black and it goes to the next morning. But before, usually during those scenes, it's just like, you fade to black, next morning, it's like you climb out of bed. But with her, you go to bed, and then it fades to black, and then you hear, and then you wake up. And you hear a feral ghoul sound, and it's so awesome. I love it. I mean, if you're judging me for how I found that out, that's just, you mind your business, I guess. Like, live in Boringville, I guess. It absolutely rules. I love her. I'm not a super huge person into making like OCs about video games too much, but I got very kind of attached to the storyline I made for my New Vegas character, and so in my head, that character is in love with Beatrix Russell, the like ghoul cowgirl dominatrix, and my character is just like, that's wife material. It's awesome. My character also has an intelligence of 1, and there's a DLC where a bunch of robots take out your brain, called Big Mountain, and I just left my brain behind. My brain was mad at me for being stupid, and I just left my brain, so my character canonically does not have a brain. I wish I could get into open world games. I think it requires like the type of investment you have to be able to get from video games. It has to be like meaningful to you just exploring. If that part isn't fun to you, I don't think open world games are really fun. That's like one of my favorite things to do in any game is straight up just walk around. Like, I don't care. I love walking simulators. I love any game with a huge map. I'll like open up MMOs and play, just walk around and not interact with any of the NPCs or the quest, just because I like walking around. And I think it's one of the things that Bethesda and New Vegas is Obsidian, but Bethesda does really well. Like, Skyrim kind of sucks ass a little bit. Like, its combat's not very good, the characters don't necessarily make a lot of sense, and the narrative's really disjointed. But you get so much enjoyment from walking around and seeing, like, wow, this looks really good for a 2011 game. This looks like a forest. And then you go someplace else and it's like just all plains, and it's the environment that kind of sells it for me. You don't understand the pain I felt during Old Mountain Blues when I accidentally chose for the storyline to kill the lady robot who had a thing for examining humans. Yeah, my character was also obsessed with her. I just made my character a freak. Does that reflect me at all? I don't care. But I felt less bad about, I killed all of the robots in the end, because they are awful people, and I think she was the one that did all the fucked up things to the dogs. I might be misremembering, but I mean, they're all awful. Like, genuinely, there's such like a tone problem, I think, in the games, because it's so funny. The characters are so funny and interesting, but then it's so serious because it turns out that they were doing experiments on Chinese internment prisoners, which is not funny. It's not funny. And the tone is so weird to go from that to being like, robot scorpion. So my character ended up killing all of them because they suck. But I kind of wish they didn't suck. I just wish, I guess, the tone reflected that they went all the way with the camp, because they have so many campy moments in it, but then to have this element of, like, experimenting on, like, Chinese internment camp prisoners was wild. They are horrible, but me and her had a moment. Breaking heart emoticon. Yeah. No, getting her, you can essentially talk this NPC who has a fetish is the word for it, I think. Like, there's no other way to describe it. She has a fetish for humans. And they're weird, like, fleshy bits. And you can talk to her in such a way that you straight up, like, get her off. Which is such a beautiful, incredible moment to have with any NPC. Baldur's Gate could never. Baldur's Gate wishes it had the freakishness. Okay, I should probably actually play this. I've gotten, thanks to thinking about Fallout, I've gotten maybe 5 minutes of work done in 20 minutes. Okay. Baldur's Gate 3 could never. That was something I played a lot of when it came out. I think I have maybe 250 hours of it, and I've not finished one playthrough. Because I keep starting it over. My understanding of Baldur's Gate 3 sex scenes is that they're laughably tame. I think, yeah, I mean, which is fine, I guess. I'm not looking to. There are games that are being like advertised on Steam right now that if I'm really concerned about seeing something interesting, I'll just get one of those games. But yeah, I guess it's just pretty tame. I don't really I watch them out of like curiosity. I don't know if anybody I don't understand. I never know this about like romance or like intimate scenes in anything, if people actually are meant to get something out of it like personally, or if it's just supposed to communicate story or character. For me, it's just like, oh, that's kind of whatever, this is novel. I'd never played a game that had like scenes like that before. I know that there are other games, you know, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, whatever. I don't play any of those. I've never played any of those games, so I've never played a game that had scenes like that. But the one kind of scene that I thought was genuinely pretty interesting. I was playing with one of my friends, a few of my friends, and she was playing a Karlach origin character and decided to romance Astarion. And if you do that, there's this thing with Karlach. Karlach, her body is on fire all of the time, so you can't touch her or you'll get hurt. And Astarion is like a vampire, and he's super kind of sex obsessed. Not sex obsessed, but he's the sexy vampire. That's at least what he portrays himself as. And if you do have that romance scene with him as Karlach, he basically says like, well, what am I supposed to do with you? I don't even know, like, I can't touch you, so what happens now? And he, like, pouts about it, and I think it's really creepy and weird. My friend, she was like, because eventually he's just like, I guess we'll just sit here and be naked together. And my friend was like, oh, that's sweet. And I was like, is that sweet? Because he's, like being weirdly pushy. I'm an Astarion hater, like, 100%. But I'm also one of his biggest defenders to my friends, because if I'm an Astarion hater, but my friends, if they were given the chance, would strip his flesh from his bones and put it in a blender and then tell his skinless body that he has to reconstitute it into a flesh suit to put back on because his flesh is naked and indecent. Cyberpunk apparently has sex scenes that do stuff for characterization, which is interesting, I guess. Cyberpunk is one I've been interested in playing. I think it's just interesting. I don't know, I guess sex scenes have always kind of been in video games. God of War had them. I don't think Tomb Raider didn't have them, but they had, sexy Lara Croft. But I guess games are taking a more like cinematic kind of approach to it. I don't know. I don't want to speak too much to it because I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to sex scenes in media, but I think I got kind of bothered by Baldur's Gate being so romance centric. A lot of the relationships feel so dependent on whether or not you have a romantic relationship with somebody rather than having as much focus on friendship. Everything is like the characters are flirting with you. I don't know if that's a case in other games like Dragon Age or Mass Effect, that I know also have romance options, but I kind of didn't love it. This is a fun combo, but I'm gonna have to dip. Thanks for stopping by. I've accomplished like maybe 6 frames since Squiggles came in. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, maybe I'm just not somebody who is super invested in romantic narratives, and that's why it doesn't do as much for me. But I think it is kind of part of the reason I fell off of playing Baldur's Gate 3 was that the relation, I don't know. I just got less interested in whatever story was going on. I'll have to think about that. What time is it? How long have I been here? How long has this stream been? It's 2:10. Okay. I'm trying to gauge just how inefficient I am. Let's do a run through one more time so I can look at things I've already did and pat myself on the back for work that was done before I got here. I'll turn this on, the audio. I think the audio is really loud, so if you just came in and you're not aware of how loud this audio is, turn down your volume. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Am I pretty? Do I deserve to be? Would you tell me if I was worthy? Now that you're home, I don't have to be alone. I know it's selfish, but I already know. So self-aware, I intend to die this way. There is nothing that anyone can change.
Alright, sweet. Alright, stop. Okay. What we might do for a little bit we might put this on pause for a second and look at something else just to get fresh eyes. But first, let's get a stretch break in, gang. Let's get a nice. Oh my god, my back. I'm gonna have the back of a 60-year-old man by the time I hit my 30s. It's gonna be awesome. I already have the sensibilities of a 60-year-old man. I'm not even like a cool 60-year-old man. I like to believe it's cool. Let's work on some stickers. Do we want to work on some stickers? Maybe we'll work on some stickers. What do we have? We have the Emperor that I've been working on. I can show you guys the ones I've been working on prior to this. I got a desk and it's great, but at the cost of me actually having to put effort into sitting straight. Yeah, I have a desk that I got off like the side of the road, and I've had it since high school and it's falling apart, but it's been nice to have a desk, I will say that. In order for me to sit up and not like sit gargoyle style hovering over my my desk, I have to put a pillow between my chest and the edge of the desk. That helps me a little bit, but I'm not doing that right now because I almost never remember to do that. Where is Wizard? Okay. I'm trying to use these as like a somewhat of a style guide. This would be the third card that I'm doing. Let's see. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to go get a dieted Coke and be right back. I should have a be right back screen. Here's what I'll do. I'll scribble out be right back right here so that when people walk in. Where's my streamer? I was promised a streamer. I was promised my favorite streamer, who is streaming really for the first time in a long time, Skeletorg. Classic BRB screen, and I will BRB. What's going on, gang? I'm back. I forgot completely that I've had coffee sitting by my desk for hours. I could fuel like a small army with the amount of liquids that I abandon, the amount of tea and coffee that I make and leave there because I'm like, oh, I gotta let it cool. No, I don't, because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna bring it to my desk and it's going to sit on my desk for 3 hours and I'm gonna drink it anyway. Oh, yeah, and it does taste like cold, bitter coffee. Use that to wash down the gummy bears that I'm up to munching on. Okay. Let's see. What are we feeling? Do we want to work on this? I feel like we could try working on this. Are these cohesive? I can't tell. What else do we have to work on lately? What the hell is Mickey desecration? What is this? Was this an animation I was going to do? Mickey desecration. I guess this was how I was celebrating January 1st. I find files all of the time. Just abandoned files that I name the most random things. What do we have? What can we... The Bride and the Ugly Ice Cream. I'm kind of afraid to open some of these because I don't know if I don't know how bad the drawings are gonna be. Sometimes I open up a drawing and it's this. That's all it is. I think this was fan art I did of a doodle my brother drew. The Pumpkin Witch. I do a lot of fan art of things that my brother draws. I can show you guys, where is sticker sheet? This is how I make stickers. There it is, Little Man. This is a character my brother made up called Little Man that I am obsessed with and I draw all of the time. And so I made little fauvism Little Man to make into some stickers. I'll be making stickers about anything at this point. Where's the dog that throws up? There it is. Doggy throw up. Little Man! See, they know. Little Man's the best. Alright. Let's work a little bit on this, and then I think maybe I want to... Something I wanted to play. I don't know if you guys wanted to watch me play something, but I was going to play it regardless, is a game called The Looker, which I think is a parody of The Witness, which is a puzzle game that I played some years ago and remember virtually nothing about except the visceral frustration that I felt during some parts of it, where it's like, that doesn't make any sense. And I played I opened up The Looker and then was like, oh, this looks like really fun. So that might be something I do as a little treat. So you guys might join me on my little treat. I think now this is my working on a tarot card right now. I think the concept for this one is the Emperor. I'm not following the iconography too closely, kind of making it up as I go, feeling it out. But I started off with a crown. But what about, like, some laurels? A laurel crown? And then a bunch of people who want to stab Caesar, I guess. Didn't realize how much endurance talking for so long really takes. I guess I did. I'm a game master, so that requires me to do a whole lot of talking for a long time. But usually I have a response, which is my players doing something insane, something wild. I run the game I run now. It's a fate sci-fi game, and the players just got back from essentially the belly of a giant space whale. And inside of the belly of the giant space whale was an insurance adjuster whose job it was to be on, like, the ship they were rescuing. And I suppose making sure that things on that ship were safe, not because of the safety of the people on board so much as liability concerns with the insurance company. Of course, he was on board too. This character, Ichabod, was on board this ship, so it was in his best interest to also be safe. But he was sort of a corporate shill that when the players were making suggestions of things to rescue the ship, oh, 1 second, I'll be back. Smoke. They were looking for me. Them. The them were looking for me. And by the them, I mean, some guy. And by some guy, I mean a salesperson. Horrifying, I know. It could happen to any one of us at any time. I look pretty young, and so the good thing is that whenever somebody comes around, I'm able to play it off like I'm like a minor that is you're not allowed to talk to me. So I usually play that card. It won't work forever though. I say I look young. I certainly look like, not to steal a John Mulaney bit, but I do look like a very tired child. I've had like dark circles under my eyes. I think I couldn't tell you when they started, but I don't remember a time where I didn't have them. I feel like confession booths should be a thing that is more widely available. I suppose the modern confession booth has become like Discord channels that are like vent channels. Maybe that's the modern equivalent of confession boards, or maybe anonymous people on 4chan, or people making throwaway accounts on Reddit. Maybe that's the modern am I the asshole is the modern confession booth. I think that's an important part of our social system, is feeling overwhelmed by guilt until you need to tell somebody, because living with it on your own is too much of a burden and you fear for your immortal soul. I think that's an important part of our society that we need to foster and really flourish. It needs to flourish. Bring back guilt 2025. I want to see Protestant guilt and Catholic work ethic get into a cage match and see who comes out on top. Maybe they kiss in the end. I don't know if this is working. Please read his laurels. That reads his laurels, I think. Maybe. We love a maybe. Girl, your wig. Touch. Let's move this hair over. Your parts all. Nope. We're getting somewhere. Let's get this in the middle. I have a job that I do a lot of freelancing that requires me to use Adobe Animate, which is a nightmare. Some people are so good with, or not Adobe Animate, Adobe Illustrate. And then I do animation stuff in After Effects. And it makes me want to find John Adobe and do something about him. Alas, my faculties, my capabilities of doing so are limited by the fact that I don't need to go to jail. This is a joke. This is a joke. For the record, this is a joke. In case the one person watching, that I think is me watching my own stream, is in fact not just me watching my own stream, but a Fed. Jokes. Let's see. Where is my gouache pen? I used Illustrator in the past. Oh, it's my one viewer, the not Fed, that does use Illustrator. It's it is pretty complex. That's what I'm learning. I've been, luckily, the only great thing about Adobe is that there are so many tutorials, so many great people online that are making tutorials. I went from not really understanding Illustrator at all, because in school, I went to school for art, but Illustrator was more so used by graphic designers. There was really no purpose that I, as an animator, had for Illustrate. I really did not know how to use Illustrator, and so when I got hired on to do freelance design work, I had to teach myself very, very quickly. But teach myself quickly, I was able to do. There are a lot of really great people online that can help you. I am sort of, it is great for the thing that I am using it for, which is essentially creating assets for other people to use. It is that sort of minimalist, geometric Google style that I suppose it's very easy to read. It's a very practical style to use. It's very unlike most of the work that I do, but I do love the geometry of it. There aren't really great tools in other drawing platforms I've found for creating really nice geometric art. There are like, you know, rulers and such in Clip Studio. I've used Photoshop in the past, which, you know, is another Adobe product. I've used Paint Tool Sci. But I guess you really can't, in terms of just graphic design work, you really kind of can't beat Illustrator. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody knows, almost certainly somebody knows better than I do. Graphic design is like, it's like magic to me. In my head, it's like taking the principles of balance. It's just taking the principles and having this mathematical layer to it, which I think is also kind of conducive to animation. You do have to have sort of a mathematical approach to timing and where a frame is when. Graphic designers and animators can bond over math. And drafters too. Let's delete this ruler. That's what the Senate said before killing Caesar. You use GIMP. I think I've opened GIMP before. I don't know if I've ever used GIMP, but from everything I've heard, GIMP and Fire Alpaca, which are both, to my knowledge, free softwares, are really, really nice. I remember distinctly when I got Paint Tool Sci, because it was something I had to save up a lot of allowance for, because it was $60, which is even a lot today. And I don't know, what was it? I used what is the Autodesk? There's like an Autodesk app that I used a lot too for drawing, and I used that one too. I don't even remember what it was called. It was like Sketch, Autodesk Sketch or something. I really like, now that I've been using Clip Studio for a while, I really do like it. I liked Photoshop 2 enough, but now that I made the switch over, I don't know if this has to do with hardware things that I don't know about, but I find the pen pressure and everything works a lot better. Sketchbook, that's what it's called. Sketchbook Pro. Yeah, I had that when I was a kid. It was a gift from maybe my mom or something. I had a weird kind of art journey. I started out with digital art pretty young. These days, you know, a lot of kids do digital art because they have iPads, and iPads have Procreate, and Procreate's, I don't have an iPad, but I've used my brother's iPad, and Procreate's a pretty powerful app. It's a pretty fun app, and I think it has a lot of really great tools. And so kids have access to digital art pretty young. I was on girlsgogames.com or like it is like MS Paint, and using my mouse to create digital art when I was like, it must have been, 2011 or so. And so I had to, compared to a lot of people, my peers, I had kind of a earlier step in digital art. So I got Sketchbook Pro as like a present maybe when I was like 13 or so, and it was before I even had a tablet, I think. So I was just using a mouse with more professional software, which is kind of funny. We didn't have a lot of money, and so it was like a really awesome gift. I used a mouse too before Bamboo. I used my first tablet was a Wacom Small, which I used for, assuming I got it around the same time I got my software. I think I was 12 or something, and that was like the big present that I asked for. And yeah, so I used it all through college, and I did not get a new one until I graduated, the one that I'm using now, which is a big screen tablet that I can actually draw on, which is super novel, because the Wacom Small, you draw and look at the screen. And yeah, so I had that Wacom Small for like 10, 11 years. Probably wasn't the best tablet in the world, but it worked for me. We had in our animation lab, we had what is this, XP pen, the big screen ones, and so I got pretty used to using that. And so when I graduated, I took up a bunch of the money that I had saved up, and like graduation present money and all that, and I put it towards getting the exact same screen, this big XP pen screen. And it's pretty nice. I need to get a stand that makes it stand up a little bit better, because I have to hunch over it like a gargoyle. Oh, my back. I kind of wish, I don't have an iPad, nor can I afford one right now. But again, I've used my brother's iPad in the past and used Procreate, and that feels really nice. Procreate feels really nice. I don't know, it feels really awesome. It might be the pen, it might be the latency of the drawing, something about it, the pressure settings feel really, really nice. So maybe someday when I get a bit more money, I'll become a Procreate fanboy, whatever. Okay. I'm feeling the wistfulness seep in. I'm feeling the I need a break set in. So I think what I'm gonna do now is take a break from drawing and play some of the Looker, because that's something I wanted to do. Can I change I think I can change my title somehow. Can I change my title while I'm streaming? Select stream. I don't know if I can. I might just have to be a liar. I think so. There's gotta be, because I know there is in Twitch. You can change. We're learning so much as we go. I guess this is a good time while I figured this out. I can plug my Twitch, which I am unlikely to use as much as I stream here, but my Twitch is called Skeletorg Draws, and that is the only, I think, only platform I'm on that is not called Skeletorg. Okay. Live. Oh, I can. I'm going to title it Skeletorg Plays the Looker. All right. Let's get smoothing. Open up Steam. Get a window capture. And then incredible. All right. Let's see, the looker. This game contains many literary allusions with broad classical education. It will seem stupid. Oh, I don't know if it's showing. OBS. OBS, you bastard. Help me out here. Let's see. We just want the looker. Show me the looker. No? This is great. I'm learning so much about how I don't know how to operate OBS. Let's go to... Please, please let me play this game. We'll do this. There, that's something. Okay. The looker. Wait, it started facing here. This is the one thing that I did do. Grab some ammo, grab some health. What's this? I don't want to delete save file. Let's go, first puzzle. Easy. Let's go, second puzzle. Speed run. That one was hard. Can you just do this? You can just do that. Great. This is awesome. I hope this thing doesn't ask me to do chess. I cannot do chess. Hint?
You can do it.
You can do it. What is this?
Go on, get. Don't look at me.
Wait.
Can't you hear me? I'm nothing but a rusty chunk of steel. You don't want nothing to do with me. Alright, alright. I'll tell you my story.
Whoa, the music's coming in.
It was June the 8th, 1947, gray morning, slightly foggy. I had my own practice then, and I was living higher than a cosmonaut on a stepladder.
Okay.
Things were subtle too, real subtle. Back then, they said good old hint button. His hints could steal the tail off a weasel. Then they tossed me in the can. Know what, know why, know how. Those were the mean times, when all the common sense in the world won't make a nickel to buy you a black coffee. I used a rope to tie my pants, and pants to tie my shoes. I made do the way a man does, until one day, after stealing the socks off a fireplace,
The what?
I caught my own look in a puddle of bootleg rye and realized I had to do what I'd never done before. I gave myself a hint. So that's me. I was nothing but a downtown crumb who dreamed of being a whole sandwich. Now I'm just another sloppy Joe. Come back when you got something.
What's his... Damn, what's his problem? Come back when you've got something.
Hello?
Do I have something?
Come back when you got a good one.
Come back when you've got a good one. Does the hint say anything else?
I believe in you.
I believe in you. Somebody has to. It's letting me draw on this. Do not come in. Do come in. Okay, haven't figured that one out. That's the big puzzle. I think the big puzzle is me just figuring out where the hell I am. Oh. Oh, not a tape recorder.
Through many births,
Oh, god
I have
damn.
wandered
This.
on and on, searching for, but never finding,
Better deal than 0% APR on certified pre-owned vehicles. For trucks tougher than a drunk Marine, come to Mike's Pre-Owned, where we do the things that get things done.
Oh. What is this? I saw this.
Kubla Khan received an ornate letter signed by Marco Polo. In Madrid, city of lost things, no item remains where it was set. If one drops his key in the dirt, he may never re-enter his home, and even if he manages to stoop and recover the key, he may rise to find a tulip garden where his house once stood. In complementary fashion, things lost by others are forever turning up. A pocket watch on a coffee table, a fond memory in your recollection. I even know of a prince who turned up in a prison cell. When he appealed to the guards for his release, he failed to find the crown on his head, and when he was asked his name, he searched his thoughts, but could not find it. Indeed, the only hope now for the release of this prince of Spain is for you to send back 300 ducats for his release. Of course, he will reward you handsomely once he is out. Yours truly, Marco. Kubla Khan cocked an eyebrow and declared
how
before his
long is
court,
this?
"Hey everyone, looks like we're about to get ripped off by the guy who traded gold for paper." The court erupted in booming laughter. Italo Calvino, Invisible Cities 2, this time it's visible.
Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Easy. Let's go. Do we want to actually try one? Let's see. It's my... Oh, let me fix my window. Keep... Okay, there we go. Streamer awards. Can I just... No. What the hell? Oh, the only way you can go is here. Shows me for trying to actually... Huh. Oh, wait, what is that? What is this? Awesome. Are there any tricks? Any tricks? No, I think the trick is I actually have to do this one. Nope. No. Is there a way out? Is there a way out? The worst maze is the one you actually have to do. Start from the end. Is this something? Does that work? No. It'd be cool if it worked. Start. Open. Open. There's like this breathing noise every time I open up a...
Beep. Beep. Beep.
Okay.
Beep. 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 Beep.
Okay.
Beep. 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 Beep.
Okay. We're getting
Beep. You're right there. I mean, beep. Beep. Come on, beep. Beep.
some... Let's go! Ain't nothing. That scared the hell out of me, though. I thought somebody was in my house. I forgot that video games have voices in them. Okay, so now we just have to do this. Can I move these?
Hello? Hello?
Move. Move. Get bent. Not an actual puzzle. What am I looking for? It's not letting me push them.
Whoa!
Huh, nah. There's something over here. If I have to look up a walkthrough for the Witness parody game, I'll have to turn in my pretends to be smart card. Is this even possible? Is this like a possible arrangement in chess? I have no idea. I can't tell which way it's supposed to be facing. How are both bishops? I guess. Is there something here? Open? Am I missing? Is there an interact button I don't know about? Do I just have to walk through it somehow? Oh. Hint. Give me a hint.
This is all you.
What is this? Can I go up there? get up there?
Whoa!
Whoa. Can I open doors? Kind of also looking for, in the Witness, they have all the hidden puzzles. Wonder if there are any.
Hello? Hello? I'll tell you this, when life hauls off and hits me square in the speaker, I don't get mad and I don't give up. Over many nights of thinking hard and drinking hard, up till the morning lighting one cup of joe with the smoldering butt of the last slug of rum, this is what I learned. When you're up against the impossible and there's no getting through it, you might just have to go around it. Get a look at the back of the box, if you get me.
Wait, what?
Read the nutrition facts, if and you follow.
We're on the back of the box.
Whoa!
I was only listening to half of that. The back of the box? Read their nutrition facts.
This castle's rotten.
Hello?
From start to end.
Is that a real hint? I'm gonna feel so stupid when I figure this out. If there's anything to figure out. To do. You guys have any other insight? Get me out of here. This has to be a puzzle. It's letting me draw on it. Color the whole thing. I've got to come up with something. Ah! Jesus. What is this? Did it just shut on me? Whoa. What is this? How do I get... What's happening? Can I just color the whole thing? Oh, what the hell? Oh my god, I did not want this to be a horror game. Oh my god! What the f- I have a gun now? What is this? Let me out! Can I just leave? Holy shit. Oh my god, I can't do this. I scratched it. Oh my god, no! Okay, we're out of the lair.
That's very original.
Oh, I have to do art. Well, let's stick with the classics. Nah, we could do better than that. Let's draw. Skeletorg.
No, try putting some more loops on it.
Loops? This is just like art school. They're telling me how to do my art. Is this loopy enough for you?
I like it, but it's also kind of too red.
Too red? Let's try... we got blue? How do we use the blue?
It just needs more red, I think.
More red? Let me out.
Having paint at the edge of the canvas makes you look desperate. Try again. Unless it's finger paint, don't paint off the edges of the canvas.
Oh my god.
It simply must have more loops.
Art school simulator tell you how to do art.
Could you, draw less?
Draw less? I gave you what you wanted, now you let me out? What's all this? Oh, my art. Not another one of these.
Imagine gravity is fractal. Because light is just a wave, and gravity is just a wave, so imagine there's a big piece of glass that splits up gravity like a prism, so that there's like blue gravity and yellow gravity, and then somebody gets hit by the red gravity, and it makes them super heavy, so they have super strength, but like they're also really slow. And another guy gets hit by microwave gravity, so he's trying to zap everybody, and just when he's about to zap the main guy, we see a lady come out. And she turns out to be Ultraviolet Girl, and she has super speed, so she beats him. And it, like, also gave her giant cans. Thomas Pynchon, Gravity's Rainbow.
You know, imagine if the world was made of pudding. Imagine if there were two guys on the moon and one killed the other with a big rock. Would that be fucked up or what? Alright. Did this close? Was this not open? Oh, here we go.
The notion of two realities is uncomfortable. And in recent decades, a genuine effort has been made to find the link between quantum and classical, so that we can have a single reality whose laws and rules are united at some deeper level. This brings us back to prayers. Let's say that a prayer is a classical event, or feels like one. You, a unique individual, have a particular request, which you voice in words that no one else is speaking at that instant. What if this classical event gets processed at a non-local level? The notion isn't far-fetched, because it seems that the mind-body link does consist of fluctuations at the quantum level. If this is so, then any thought, not just a prayer, has quantum implications. Deepak Chopra, A Spiritual Mystery. Does God Listen to Prayers? Part 2.
Part 2. We gotta find part 1, gang. You're real clever. Let's get this stupid boat tape.
A ship owner was about to send to sea a venerable old ship. He knew that her barnacled hull, however, had often needed repairs, and doubts were suggested to him that possibly she was not seaworthy. The conscientious old captain thought at once to have her thoroughly refitted, even though it should put him at great expense. Before the ship sailed, however, he managed to stifle these bothersome misgivings, and said to himself that she had gone safely through so many voyages that it was idle to suppose that this trip should be any different. He put his trust in Providence, and banished from his mind all ungenerous suspicions about the honesty of the ship's builders, and in such ways he acquired a sincere and comfortable conviction that his vessel was altogether safe and seaworthy. He watched her departure with a light heart, encouraging the crew to dream of the profits that this voyage would return. You can only get good at chess if you love the game. Grandmaster Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer, I barely even know her.
Not only is the novice unable to perceive the board as the master does, but the master cannot perceive the board as the novice does. A master cannot see the bishop on e3 as a chunk of dead wood, any more than you can look at your best friend's face and see a meaningless matrix of colors and shapes. The master once saw the board like this, but now there is no going back. International Master Stuart Rachel's The Reviled Art.
We gotta kill this guy. Chat, kill this guy. Take this guy down. More war crimes, chat. Let's go. Okay, let's see. What do you mean? That was a hit. That was a hit if I ever saw one. I have to break out the aimbot. Let's go. All right. End this whole career for no reason. I don't even care. Oh, shoot. What is this? What is this? Snack? Well, we gotta figure this out. What is this? Alright. Shortcut unlocked. Gonna have to find a way to power that back up. We did do this one, didn't we?
Not only is the novice unable to perceive the board as the master does, but the master cannot perceive the board as the novice does. A master cannot see the bishop on e3 as a chunk of dead wood, any more than you can look at your best friend's face and see a meaningless matrix of colors and shapes. The master once saw the board like this, but now there is no going back. International Master Stuart Rachel's The Reviled Art.
Whoa. Key. Did we unlock? Oh! Well, turn already. The kids menu! Alright. Well, we gotta play some tic-tac-toe. Play against myself. No, I don't want to do this. Ah, shit. I lost. I won. What do we have? Tuna pizza, tofu crab crumble, calamari burger. Practices maze skills. Oh, I knew it'd be some sort of trick. No, it wouldn't. Starting at the end was very good advice. I gotta give O a win. Let's... Stalemate. Am I supposed to do something? What am I supposed to... What very obvious thing am I supposed to do here? Oh, I just did that. What? And the gate's gone. What's over here? Hear music. I thought I heard music. Must have been the wind. Oh. Let's go. Okay, this way. that easy. Unless it isn't. Oh, it makes you start at the start. You can't just start at the end and cheese it. Oh, not a real maze. Oh, shit. I know exactly what to do. We have to panic. If we panic, we'll find it. Eventually, we have to. I saw an episode of Bones one time where there was a skeleton, a goddamn skeleton in the corn maze. A real one that had died, had been murdered. It's not gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be a skeleton in a maze and be kind of normal about it and unmurdered. Restart? I don't want to restart. Oh, this is easy enough. Just have to touch the shapes. No? Do moon and then... Didn't like that one. No? Restart from the beginning? Speed run strats. Okay. There's probably some trick that I'm missing and don't want to bother. Oh god. Well, I don't have a choice, do I? It's gotta be like this. Is this it? I have to start over? What was this? What was the point of this? What did I do any of this for? Falling out of losing my religion. Damn. Oh, you ass. We're really supposed to do something? Oh, God. Alright, my brother in Christ. Let's see. What is the point? Tell me this. If I do this enough, will I get to go to heaven? Do I have to do it all right? Without making any mistakes? Alright. Bye! To the blood moon. Thanks for stopping by. Rats. What am I missing? Do I have to do it in a certain amount of time? What's going on? What's the deal with shapes? Seinfeld at baby school. What's the deal with the alphabet? I mean, LMNOP? Why is that multiple letters? Well, I was always taught LMNOP. And now you're telling me that's 4 different letters? Oh. That's my fantastic Seinfeld impression, if you weren't sure if I invited Jeremy Seinfeld to the stream. That was just an impression. It wasn't real. You can't believe everything on the internet because sometimes people say lies to you. I not have enough faith? Am I lacking in faith? Is this why this is happening to me? Oh, brother. Maybe go try, see if I can do something about that arcade, if I can ever find my way out of here. This is a fantastic parody of The Witness because I'm getting frustrated. I did check out this direction. Let's see if we can do something about that arcade. It's outside. I swear there's music in this direction. Can I write it in the sand? That would have been cool. Is it inside that I hear the music? Get you to work. Where are you? This shouldn't be plugged in. Let me in. I definitely hear music in here. Gotta be a straight line. Up. How do I do a straight line? Take it one at a time, that's how. Careful about this, we don't want to get stuck. Oh, yikes. We got this. Hug the walls, baby. love Snake. I don't know if I've ever played like the original Snake before, but like, you know, everything makes some sort of variation on it. Can I get out of here? And I've always loved like any Snake mini game. I'm pretty good at it. Hug those walls. Drawing out the snake, different issue. Skills issue, one might say. How long do I have to play? Oh, Christ. No. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to restart. Okay. Let's get messy with it. Do we get to play the other ones? I think it's the only one we get to play. So we go back out and upstairs. We've got some sodies, some video game, ponytail. Am I gonna be able to play this? Assist. What is this? What is this is the quote of the day. Oh, this is hard. It keeps clicking off. I really want to figure out what the deal with this is. Ponytail. Oh, is this supposed to be like braid? What is it? Machine. Flesh is weak, but the machine is strong. Iron within. What is this? Oh, is there... Okay. What am I doing now, boss? We've pointed a laser at the sky, which is awesome. Okay. Are we trying to point it at the panel, boss? What is that? Oh, it just keeps going. Go to the other side of the tower. It's a Warhammer quote. It was indeed a Warhammer quote. Okay. Oh, nuts. This. Is this gonna make me try every permutation? There's gotta be a trick that I just don't know and I'm not paying attention to because I care very little. Let's do, put our smart goggles on that make our brains see faster.
The notion of two realities is uncomfortable, and in recent decades a genuine effort has been made to find the link between quantum and classical so that we can have a single reality whose laws and rules are united at some deeper level. This brings us back to prayers. Let's say that a prayer is a classical event or feels like one. You, a unique individual, have a particular request, which you voice in words that no one else is speaking at that instant. What if this classical event gets processed at a non-local level? The notion isn't far-fetched, because it seems that the mind-body link does consist of fluctuations at the quantum level. If this is so, then any thought, not
Let's
just
go,
prayer,
we got teamwork.
has quantum implications. Deepak Chopra,
Flower
A
hourglass.
Spiritual Mystery. Does God listen to prayers?
Is
Part
there
2.
a reason I should know this? What am I missing? There has to have been some sort of clue that I am not paying attention to that would have given. Pink tip. What's next, boss? Wait. Oh, did you mean this? Oh. Shoot. Okay. We got this. Moon. Flower. Hourglass. pink tip. And then that's it? Or do we do the other pink shapes? Actual puzzles in here is a war crime, I think, of the highest degree. Did that do anything? Did that work? Ah! Oh, the goblin is gonna come out. Come on, gaming goblin. Help me through this. Use your rage. And let's get through this together. Yes? 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 What am I missing? What isn't connecting? What's not jiving, brother? Let's go. Moon, pike, violet, flower, hourglass, flower, yellow, then lass. Moon. Pike. Anybody get this? Is this real? Oh, what the hell? Can I even do this? I think I'm trapping myself. Flower. How am I gonna get back to the hourglass? Shit. Okay. I can't believe I'm actually having to think. This is cruel. I shouldn't have to use my brain ever. That's not what I was made for. Let's see. Hourglass. And then you. And then you. And then... What is happening? What am I missing? Okay, so I went here, here. Try passing through the hourglass before the yellow flower. Okay. Oh, you bastard. Okay. This is fine. I'm not gonna get tilted. I'm not gonna get tilted at the witness parody game. I won't. It won't happen. I'm gonna be normal. My temper's gonna be good. I'm not gonna fall for any silliness. I'm not gonna give in to the monster. I am normal. I am normal. I am gripping the sink and looking in the mirror and I'm saying I'm normal. What do you mean? What is happening? Okay. Purple, hourglass, flower, around. We want the yellow spike. We want the purple thing. Yeah. First flower and then hourglass. Okay. This is testing my reading comprehension. This is good for me. This is good for me. I need this. Okay. Don't get tilted. I'm gonna go It's okay, I'm gonna go play comp Overwatch and then I will feel calm and normal. Flower, hourglass. Yeah, I started playing Overwatch 2 against my better judgment because I have no self-respect. Is this anything? Is this working? Why don't you like that? It brought me back to high school, which is not a time I ever mean to remember on purpose. And ever since then, I've felt my brain changing. I've felt like all of the growth that my still developing brain has been going through, I felt it go backwards. I'm like, so now it's just not giving me an indicator. I did the lines. Ah, I did it. God. I need like somebody to come here so I can rip their throat with my teeth casually as a fan. I love them. It's fine. Oh, this. Okay. Okay. Just like The Witness. Can I do this at an angle where this makes some sort of sense? Oh, I see. Oh. Let me start this over. I was wondering why there were these towels about and around. No, I can't. Oh. Is that a penis?
The obelisk of knowledge. The obelisk of knowledge.
The obelisk of knowledge?
It's a light. The stones. What's the stones of reflection?
That's a penis. The obelisk of knowledge is a penis?
Oh wait, it's a giant cock.
Okay. Okay. Let's go! That was awesome. Okay, wow. Let's see, text. I'm just going through the textures now. I still wonder what that... Was there a point in the maze? Is there a point in that? Got it. I want to see if there's anything at the end. Any silly... shooter boss battle. I'm gonna look up. No, there's no point in the maze thing. It was just an achievement. Good to know, because I was I was gonna kill and eat someone. That was genuinely pretty fun. It kind of captured Johnny Slick. Ah!
Oh, jeez, dude, I was in
Not the YouTube video hacking video.
Whoever did this is gotta be some kind of whiz with the computers. Good stack of pennies. I would never hurt you.
Am easy.
Let's see. Easy one.
First war of physics. What did that say? Did that say?
Now that's a book.
There's a banana peel. Watch out! Watch out! Well, that was fantastic. Oh, where is this? Put this back on Clip Studio. That was incredible. I'm so glad that I played that. Let's see, what achievements? I'm missing one achievement called On Rails and one hidden achievement, so that was pretty awesome. It's free on Steam, so didn't lose anything by having fun with it and getting mad. That's a good, nice hour. That was awesome. I think I'm going to call it for today and look to do some more animating tomorrow. Might find something else to play. But thanks for stopping in, everybody, and thanks for the help, Jerry Ferretto, for guiding me through that. I could not have done it without you. We beat the looker. Alright. I'll see you losers next time. Bye.